So, welcome back to Dahak GU, and you might notice I'm no longer in the outer dungeon or whatever. Turns out, I had an inkling that it was a fake out, and it turns out I was right! So I saved you about 20 or 30 minutes of me fighting outer bugs. Because, guess what? It was a level up dungeon disguised as a place to find Bo, and he wasn't there. It's almost as if I knew. It's almost as if I know how this game's going. I'm afraid of no ghost.
On the
Rumor? Rumor?
Man, I didn't get any real information out.
A girl in white gothic clothes. It's the PC that kidnapped Sakubo. The one that controlled Ida. Sakubo's in danger. It's pinned down where this girl is appearing. You can contact the guy and meet the post. I'll investigate along different routes. Apparently he can be found and break up in his back streets.
I'd like any
Big mountain.
Let's go meet the PC who posted him.
Is he legitimately a big guy? That'd be kind of fun if he isn't. I mean, he's tall.
He's gone. Huh? I thought I heard somebody scream.
Damn it, Pyros, you gotta stop getting hooked on stuff. Yes, that was Pyros' voice, by the way. I'd know that voice anywhere.
Hey! Oh! You with the great eyes! I must speak to you!
As if Tri-Edge wasn't enough, now a hacked PC has decided to appear! Unforgivable! I will make it my life's work to vanquish that disgustingly cutesy little goth ghost!
There's no point getting all excited if you don't know what area she's in.
Do not underestimate my information-gathering prowess!
What? Don't tell me.
Sigma fading! Moonflower glory! Sigma fading moonflower glory! Let us depart! Justice is on our side!
You do that.
All this kind of pisses me off.
I'll bring,
Let's invite Pi and go to...
yeah. Yeah. So let's go to this dungeon instead. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere. Okay, look at that. A little more level involved. That's nice.
What is this? Where did she go? That pretty young ghost in the cutesy goth clothes is nowhere to be found.
Let me guess, another outer dungeon.
Oh, I have failed! To think I fell for false information!
Well, you didn't check an outer dungeon.
Fake.
The girl PC in the white clothes is coming, and going through Ida's holes. Just to be safe, let's try area hacking here.
Oh boy. Well, at least this one makes sense. So I saved you a dungeon, and then oh goody, a bunch of teleports, just lovely. But yes, well, I don't need to fight you, so bye. You though. I'm gonna talk lovely. Oh, also for funsies, while I was in the dungeon, I got this. Seduce. The charm counter, so if they attack me, if they don't get paralyzed, they could get charmed, just like Endred's attack. And charm is the be-all, end-all, fuck you status effect, because it makes anybody inflicted attack other party members. In this case, other enemies. So, not only do the enemies not attack you, but they attack each other and make it quicker for them to die. So yeah, that's gonna be my go-to. If I can find a charm weapon, that'd be great too.
What?
You ran into me. So I've got 3 people, like 2 people with paralysis and 2 people with charm. Enemies don't stand a chance against me. Unless I am way higher level. Then I can't damage them at all. So yeah, if you're charmed, you just stand there like an idiot, waiting for us to kill you. It's just lovely. Restoring drop, I like those. No! Rude!
Okay,
The
tough
wrong
guys,
way!
bring it on.
Fuck. What a waste of time. But yes, you can see these enemies just completely no chance at all. Just nothing they can do. Alright. Well, I went the wrong way. Lovely. Well, I'm done with this. I should be done with today's recording session. And I get 2 more tomorrow. Alright, so I need to go this one. So I'm gonna record today and then record tomorrow. Uh-oh. No, I picked the wrong one. No.
There is no need to
I didn't need anything. I just want to beat this. Oh well. So scheduling notice. On Twitch, I'll be finishing Link's Awakening. Well, today is, you're not going to see this for a while, but I'll be finishing Link's Awakening, so by the time you see this, I'll probably be playing Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, or however they call that remaster. But yeah, the PS4 remaster of Tales of Vesperia. And on here, when I'm done with .hack, and I'm hoping like 3 more episodes, give or take, it looks like it will be Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster. So I talked about that before, but unless something changes, it looks like it's going to be the Pixel Remaster. I'm working my way backwards through Final Fantasy. Someday I might play some other Final Fantasy games going in the opposite direction, but mostly starting with 15. But I'll stick with going backwards.
This is a piece of cake.
Because I still like Final Fantasy IV. A lot. It's Final Fantasy II that I'm scared of. Damn! Well, I fought everybody, so. But yes, Persona is still gonna take a while. And then, like I said, Yakuza 8 and Apollo Justice Trilogy are set in stone. I'm doing that. But the next set of playthroughs in that is in, other stuff is up in the air. But that's good. Because it means there's more stuff to do. Because there's always going to be stuff to do. Because not every game I'm going to like, or every game I'm going to want to do, or anything like that. But, it's always going to be something to play. It's always going to be fun. That's the benefit of having so many big RPGs, is that I'm not lacking for choice, because these games take so long to do. They're not always everybody's cup of tea, playing-wise, because they take so long. But it's kind of freeing that it's not one of those things like playing platformers. You're done with like a week, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Of course we won.
Speaking of stuff I'm done with, I got done with Ast Libra Revision earlier this week. And speaking of games that are excessive to the point of just too much of a good thing, I would say Ast Libra is chief among them. It was a small studio made game over 15 years. It was a hack and slash type of game, and I enjoyed it. The story is very intriguing and the characters are great, but it just felt like, man, it took forever to, even on like the easiest difficulty, I had to get to like level 80 to beat the game. Which was overkill, admittedly, but, like, I think I had to be level 50-ish to beat the main game, and then 85 to beat the true ending, which, by all accounts, you really should do. But for a game that was purported on, like, a YouTube clip to be, like, 25 hours, it took me 75. To be fair, it's because I didn't know what I was doing, but it was also, like, how did somebody beat this in 25 hours when it took me 3 times as long? But it was more that it was done on Patreon, so I did it on the side, every couple of weeks, and it just took a long time to beat. I loved it, but it's just, I said this to my friend the other day. Remember those times where you eat something at a restaurant and it's like the best thing you ever had, but then you realize that you still have like so much more left to go, and by the time you're done eating it, you just get sick of it? That's what I felt like playing Ast Libra. It is very good, and if you can manage to do it better than I can, which a lot of people probably will, it's an engaging narrative and it's a cool idea, but the whims of time and how people perceive you know, stakes in their lives and all that junk. But it felt like stuff that was in the game took itself way too long to do. Like, it just felt like enemies were damage sponges until the very end, where I actually was over leveled to beat them. And even then, like, I felt like, here's the best way to describe it. I broke a couple of Switch controllers simply because I was playing as Libra. That's how much hack and slash and how much button pressing I had to do to beat that game. To say it was overkill was an understatement. Not saying I didn't enjoy it, but leveling every item in the planet to get a special item to level up another item or two. You know, going through an arena setup to do all the... I mean, it was excessive for what was presented. So, too much of a good thing can be too much of a good thing, admittedly. To be fair, if I'd played it the normal way, I probably would have beaten it in like 100 episodes of YouTube time. It took me about 60 episodes because I was playing like hour-long stretches. But, you know, it is what it is. I enjoyed it, but I think I also understood that's probably my limit, and I'm not gonna harp on it too much longer. But hey, everybody has their limits, I think, and mine certainly got met.
This situation is to our advantage.
But hey, I was rewarded for it. It was a game somebody wanted to do, and I think I enjoyed it, so I'm not gonna hate on it. It's just, it's not something I'd really want to replay. When you go to that level to do something, it felt like doing Ys 8. I love Ys 8, but I beat it, and I almost 100%ed it years ago, and I've never wanted to touch it since. That's kind of how I process playing YouTube games anyway. Because when I YouTube it, like, if I ever want to replay it or re-experience it, I just watch the playthrough again. I know that seems self-serving, but in a way, it is its own form of version of the content. Like, why would I need to re-experience the story or replay the game when I just load up a playthrough, you know? Because if you've done everything there is to do in a video game, you don't really have to prove anything anymore. You've shown off what you needed to show off, and it's done, you know? So it's not something that's... Like, if I wanted to see Entrance's thing again, or if I wanted to, you know, whatever, I could just load up a playthrough, whether it's mine or somebody else's. Going through this is a sort of catharsis. And it says, alright, I have set this game aside, and I never have to play it again. Liking the game and wanting to replay it, well, I don't have to, because I've already done it. I've already went through the trouble of doing 100 videos on it. I can just load it up again. That's why recently I was kind of running out of games to like do for like the podcast and stuff, so I was wondering what am I going to do? There were no new games coming out for a while, unless it was something I was playing, so I was like, alright, I'll just rewatch Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy X, or something like that. And it's not to help my numbers, it's to re-experience the games that I enjoyed again. I did that with Ys 8, and that's how I caught, I was able to catch something I didn't know. Something I screwed up in the Ys playthrough was reloading a second episode twice. So I had to go back, and probably 2 or 3 weeks ago you saw an Ys episode get uploaded. That was to finish, you know, because there are benefits to going back and watching old footage. I haven't really kept up on this stuff because I remember what I've done. But if it's anything older that I've done, I like going back and watching it because it's been 3 years, 4 years. In some cases even, you know, because I kind of go through phases where I like seeing, it's like replaying an old game every year. Some people do that. They'll have like a tradition of playing a game that they loved as a kid or whatever, or they want to re-experience the story. My thought process is, well, if I have it on a YouTube playthrough, I could just re-experience it over again. But it also serves the dual purpose of, well, checking if I made a mistake, or, God forbid, checking what I've talked about and being like, this is what I did, this is what I found interesting, this is what I thought was rousing content. You know, or maybe it was, oh, that didn't sound that bad. Interesting. Puma! So again, it serves multiple purposes, but in good ways. Fountain Red Bone! I said bone. I said bone. Anyway. But again, it's I think it's different for other people. Like some people I've heard say they don't want to rewatch their stuff. I remember meeting actors at conventions. They said, I never want to see myself do that role again because it brings back weird memories. Or some people are like, yeah, I go back and watch my old stuff. It's no big deal. It teaches me good lessons or shows me how far I've come. You know, some people are like, I'm too busy. You know, and that's true. I think for me, it's a mixture of lots of things. One, I have a little bit more free time because I work part-time. This is my secondary field. This is my main hobby. I also do D&D, but I only do that once a week. I only do one session. You know, everybody's different. Oh God, I gotta go through another.
I guess there's an outer dungeon, Hisbo.
Jesus.
Somewhere.
Well, now you know why I didn't show off the outer dungeon before. Oh man. Oh jeez. Well, would you look at that? I have to pick. That's great. So not only do I fight bugs, now I gotta fight. Now I gotta pick a frickin'. Well, at least the one I didn't show off was the. There were 8 mandatory fights. It's as fun as it sounds. But yeah, getting back to it, it's like this is the main thing that I do on my day off. I play video games. I play on streaming. Is it for money? No. The Patreon situation was a happy accident, and I'm grateful. And not even a happy accident, that's not what I meant. But the phrasing is, like, I don't do this for money. But going back and having the time to say, okay, if I wanted to rewatch Final Fantasy X, you know, I've played that game 10, 15, 20 times. I've rewatched me play it before. But sometimes I want to play Final Fantasy X again. But I've shown, as I've said, I don't have to play it. So it's like, it's a way to access it. Or I could go back and say, alright, I don't want to see me play it, but I'd really like to see somebody else do it. So do I know somebody who has played it? Somebody I enjoy. So I go back and watch other, YouTubers or Twitch streamers or whatever, because it's like, I want to re-experience it, but I want to see their take on it or whatever. Stuff like that. Because by and large, my main goal these days is play games for content, play games for fun, watch anime, whether it's with me or Lee or someone else. Because Lee and I have spent a lot of time, watching Fruits Basket, and now we're on to Sailor Moon Crystal. We're planning to watch Ruby. Things that are different. you know, but I'm still doing other stuff on my own time. I'm watching my own anime, or I'm watching my own TV shows, or, you know.
Is that all you got?
Because those are things to do. I think it's important. Everybody has things they do that they deem as important. What I find important is staying as up to on what my 3 or 4 main things in life are. You know, listening to metal music or Vocaloid music or playing video games or anime or whatever, you know. Whether they're for content or just for fun, and I might have fucked up. Boo. I think I did fuck up. Yes, I did. Yeah. So that was the one down there. But again, I think Al. Yes, that's exactly what I think. I think Al. No. What I think is everybody has a different definition of what they find fun. And everybody has a different definition of what they think is time well spent. And I think, you know, as long as people are content with what they do in their lives, it's like, that's important. Because having enough, you know, I said this when I was doing the Persona 3 stuff about Mamoru Hayase and his thing about trying to live in means. You know, he had to live with family. You know, but he was weighing the option of taking care of his family or following his dream, you know. And he was conflicted. And I made the point, there are some things you have to prioritize in life, and I think that's what everybody does. At the end of the day, what we're doing is prioritizing everything. Ah, shit. So I have to decide, left or right. Let's... Oh, wait. No. Pick this one. I think I got it, right? Yeah. Because again, I think everybody is entitled to what they deem is important in their life. Nobody can kind of decide for you how you're going to spend your time. You can be suggested things, or if you're, you know, observant to family traditions or whatever, they can help decide for you, I guess. But nobody can make you choose what you want to do with your life but you, right? And I think that's important. If you want to be a family person, if you want to be a stay-at-home dad or a mom, if you want to read comic books for all your life, if you want to watch TV all your life, if you want to go out and about and learn a new skill every single day, you know, that's what you do. I've found something that I feel I'm content with doing in my life, and is it the most fulfilling thing in the world? I don't know. But it's something I want to do. Speaking of something I want to do, I want to save Bo right now. But again, the main point is find what it is that you do, and find what it is that you find is making you content, but also can make you live a happy life. And nobody else can decide that but you. And if that's what you want to do, you do it. You know, and this is what I like to do. And I love doing it. Anyway, let's see what Bo and Aina like to do. Probably staring at texture screen.
Hey! Hi, Haseo!
Bo.
Bo!
Get away from her!
Uh-oh.
But why? Ina's alright. She's my friend.
She's made of Ida particles, you dolt.
Hatred,
Uh-oh.
love, joy, sadness. Why? You are the same person.
Huh?
Sakubo, Why? When you are only one, are you also two?
How
come? It's so mysterious.
oh god.
Aina? Where did you go?
That was
Ida.
In any case, this place is dangerous. Let's leave the outer dungeon.
Bo, this is why you don't go with strangers! Imagine what Saku would have been saying to Aina this entire time. You're a bitch, I don't like you! Yeah, that's exactly what she'd say.
I guess I worried you. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I'm just glad that you're all right.
Okay, well, see you later, Haseo.
Poor kid. Getting
I'm
led
going to go
astray.
investigate what's happened so far and see if I can make any sense out of it.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, Bo's safe. I'm done. I need to get some yoga. Speaking of things I enjoy in my life, yoga is one of those things. Yoga makes me feel all warm and fuzzy because I feel like I'm stretched out and I feel less old. Or maybe not less old, but less achy. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do with my day. You do what you do with your day. If I've been part of your day, thank you for making me part of your day. And hopefully I've endeared myself to you by saying stupid shit for no reason. Anyway. Next time, tomorrow, I'll record more shit with Dahak. But hey, that's for another day. I'll see you next time.